of questions we have been handling for the past couple of days from the side of the opposition. Now, let me tell you, the government's sole intention is to ensure that the women of the country, the 50% population of the country, does not wait further. We have waited for full 27 years. In September 1996, when Mr. Deve Gowda ji was the Prime Minister, the Women Reservation Bill had come, and thereafter it was back and forth. All of us are aware of that. And now here is a Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, who had the courage and who had the conviction in whatever he was doing, and he brought us all together, and we passed the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam in the midnight of September 2023. Now, yesterday, we had been listening to all our friends to the right. Right, I mean the opposition bench. Now, they were beset with contradictions. One said, you are delaying. The other said, you are hurrying up. They have to finalize as to what they want to say, what they want to charge us with. So the fact remains that 23, the bill was passed, and we had the general elections. Census and delimitation are prerequisites. If you see, and that's part of the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, we have to do, we cannot say no to that. This is one. And number two, we have to ask them the question as to why they did not do before. Why were there, these all India people, especially the Congress, 27 years the women had to wait, why didn't they do? And the last thing which I would like to mention here is, in 2010, when the Congress government was in power in the country, they brought it to the Rajya Sabha and got it passed. They had full 4 years thereafter. They were handling the government affairs till 2014. Within 4 years, what were they doing? Why didn't they get it passed in the Lok Sabha? So they have many questions to answer. Right now, it's a question of 50% population, and there is no politics involved. There are certain issues which are above party and politics.
Okay, certain issues above party and politics, but I want to ask you two questions for Santosh Kumar. She says that within opposition there are multiple points of view. Someone says it's happening too early, someone says it's happening too late. There are different points of view. But one big concern, particularly of your India Alliance partner, Mr. Stalin, is that this is injustice to the South. Now, yesterday, Mr. Amit Shah, while speaking in the House, has given out the exact to the decimal point percentages of the before and after of the representation of the South. And all southern states is more or less the same, is what he says. He says the representation of the South has also marginally gone up. Do you have anything to counter what the Home Minister has said inside the Lok Sabha on the basis of facts?
I have the text of the statutes. So you must be having the same, no? So kindly go through the text of the statutes. These amendments suggested by the government. Can you find out even a single line in it? No. This was a proposal by the Home Minister of India without any legal basis. On what basis is calculation? When there is 2011 census as the basis for delimiting and calculating all these things, how can you say like this? Why can't you include those portions in the, at least in the schedule? So there is no point in making such an argument. The point is that we all stand for women reservation, no doubt at all. The all opposition parties, including the CPI, extended wholehearted support. That is how it got passed unanimously in 2023. Now why it became a controversial issue? There lies the point, no? You must have seen this notification issued by the government last night, no? At 10 o'clock. What compelled them to do that? Have you seen this one?
Yes.
This was issued last night only at 10 o'clock, 9:55 exact. And why can't they do it a bit earlier? So the point is that they want to make it a political game, especially in the wake of this Bengal Tamil Nadu elections. So we are very clear. We stand for women reservation. It should not be a generosity, or it should not be treated like a generosity from any political parties. CPI was the pioneer of this idea, I mean, long ago. I don't want to repeat all those things related to history. The thing is that it is this government which is purposefully clubbing delimitation and women reservation together.
Okay, that's the point that he made, but let me take those two questions that you have raised, and very relevant ones. I would like Aparajita Sarangi to answer that. One is that he says, why was this notification brought in last night after the amendments have been moved in the House? And this is what Mr. K.C. Venugopal also mentioned this morning, that it should have been brought in earlier. Number one, they are questioning the timing of that. Would you like to respond to that specific question that they are raising?
I am very well aware of the Gazette notification that has come out last night, and I think they all should welcome it. Yesterday, entire day, we listened to all of them, and there were certain concerns expressed. Now, here is a government which is extremely flexible, and here is a government which wants to take everybody along. So the suggestions were well taken in. Whatever modifications they wanted, whatever correction they wanted was done. So I think they should be happy about it. Had we not brought, they would have complained. Now that we have brought, they are complaining. They are absolute naysayers. To every action of Prime Minister Modi, there is an equal and opposite negative reaction from the people here. So I think this is extremely unfortunate. Now, before you put the question to me, I have heard him, my friend from Kerala. I would like to... Kerala. Oh, yeah, I stand corrected. Yeah, Mr. Kumar, thank you. Thank you so much. Kerala. So, now let me answer. See, census and delimitation have to be carried out. Now, Nari Shakti Vandana Adhiniyam, fine. In principle, we agree 33%. But then how do we do it on the ground? I mean, let's be mature enough. Let's have that understanding as to how do we actually translate that principle into reality on the ground. 2011 census, the population would be taken into account only for revisiting the territorial constituencies within the states for the parliament and the legislative assemblies. That's aptly clear yesterday. Now, as far as the allocation of seats is concerned, I must tell you, my dear friends, all my friends who are sitting here, we must know the background. I'll just take 30 seconds. In 1971, there was the census. 1976, on the basis of that census, there was a delimitation. Now, that delimitation took care of two things: allocation of seats, and number two, the territorial boundaries. 2001, we had the 84th Amendment. Now, 84th Amendment was interesting. 84th Amendment said, we will not touch the allocation of seats. We will go by the 1976 one. We will just look at the boundaries once again. That was done there. Now, the point is, 50 years have passed since 1976. Prime Minister Modi's government thought it was time to look into the seats numbers. And since they were concerned, we decided it should be just 50% all across.
But why is that 50% not there in the draft is their question? Because when it comes to the delimitation laws of this country, there is no such mention of such a provision. So where is that coming from? And if there's no legal sanctity to it, then how can we take your word for it is a question that opposition is asking you.
See, today there would be statement being made by Honorable Sri Amit Shah ji. We will all be listening to him. Whatever corrections need to be done will be done. We are completely flexible. Whatever is not there will be brought in. 50% has been agreed upon and it will be done.
Okay. Do you accept that argument? You should listen to the Home Minister and the possible legal architecture before you respond.
See,
Santosh Kumar.
Then the point is very clear that this statute, these amendments lack something. That is what she has agreed just now, no? This lacks something.
What something? Explain,
What you're saying
convince.
is lacking in terms of the 50% aspect?
When they make this point of 50%, nothing is in this text. You must have gone through this. The sole basis is 2011 census. So you cannot take two positions simultaneously. 2011 census and 50% cannot go together. This one has to understand. 2011 census, if that is the sole basis of delimitation, then you cannot say on the other side 50% increase. So this paradox is there. And moreover, whether 50% is acceptable or not is genuinely a different issue, because southern states will be treated in a different way, and southern states are going to be humiliated for sure, and it will hamper their interest also. That I shall explain.
Government says that's not happening. As per what Mr. Amit Shah said, that's not happening. He said the percentage.
Amit Shah's statement is something different. Why can't they make it part of the schedule? If at all they have, see, statute is all the more relevant than a speech, no? So you are always, the Prime Minister has spoken the same thing. The Prime Minister has spoken something. Amit Shah is repeating the same. So why can't you make it part of the schedule?
Okay. We also have Mr. Pramod Tiwari of the Congress Party joining us. Pramod Tiwari ji, we have been discussing what has been happening. Of course, he's coming straight from Parliament. The big question over here that the government says is that we want to empower women. We want to bring in the law at the earliest. Why is it that the opposition is opposing us? क्या जवाब देंगे आपने?
बड़ा सीधा सा जवाब है साहब, उल्टा पड़ गया। अगर जल्दी लाना चाहते थे तो 2023 में, राजीव 2023 में आपने, हम सब ने जितने यहां बैठे हैं सबने सहयोग दिया, वुमेन रिजर्वेशन पारित कर दिया। कल सुबह अमेंडमेंट लाए, एक दिन पहले हम लोगों को मिल भी गया। और जो बात मैं कह रहा हूं ये महसूस की जानी चाहिए, समझी जानी चाहिए। कल रात में 10:25 पे चर्चा 11 बजे शुरू हो गई, पास 2023 में हो गया और कल रात में 10:25 पर नोटिफिकेशन जारी हुआ 2023 का। ये क्या ही हुस्न इत्तेफाक है? क्या कोइंसिडेंस है? आप अमेंडमेंट क्यों लाए? और अगर अमेंडमेंट लाए, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट, तो ये कल नोटिफिकेशन क्यों जारी किया?
लेकिन आपसे ये वी हैव जस्ट आस्क्ड दैट क्वेश्चन टू अ फ्यू मोमेंट्स अगो। आपसे मैं एक सवाल जरूर पूछना चाहूंगा। आपके तेलंगाना के मुख्यमंत्री हैं रेवंत रेड्डी जी, उनका कहना है कि जो रिडिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होनी चाहिए सीट्स की, हाइब्रिड मॉडल अपनाया जाना चाहिए और 50% जो सीट्स है उन्हें इकोनॉमिक आधार पर उन स्टेट्स को दिया जाना चाहिए which are performing well economically speaking. आप पार्लियामेंट्री रिप्रेजेंटेशन इकोनॉमिक बेसिस पे कैसे दे पाएंगे? Do you agree with that contention?
देखिए, मैं एक चीज कहना चाहता हूं, हर किसी को सुझाव देने का अधिकार है, हर किसी के विचार हैं। मैं तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की बात कर रहा हूं। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में, संविधान में जब एक बिल पास हो गया और आप कह रहे हैं हम जल्दी लाने के लिए कर रहे हैं, तो मेरे इस सवाल का जवाब तो दिला दीजिए, किसी से पूछ लीजिएगा। 23 से लेकर 16, 26 अप्रैल 2026 को तक किसका इंतजार कर रहे थे? डिले नहीं, सुनिए, जल्दी नहीं, इस डिले के लिए कौन जिम्मेदार? नीयत खराब, नीत खराब, इरादा खराब, चाणक्य फेल हो गए। इसलिए फेल हो गए कि उनका इरादा था, केरल का चुनाव चल रहा था तभी से शुरू हो गया था। प्रधानमंत्री जी उसी दिन आ गए थे चैनल्स पे जिस दिन केरल में वोटिंग हो रही थी। आना नहीं चाहिए था नैतिकता के आधार पर। मैं नैतिकता से दूर दराज के जिसका मतलब ना हो उसके सामने नैतिकता की बात क्या करूं। और आप जब तमिलनाडु और बंगाल 2 चुनाव हो रहे हैं तो स्पेशल सेशन पार्लियामेंट के बुला के वुमेन्स रिजर्वेशन का कर रहे थे, आज 4 बजे उलट जाएंगे।
Okay. Rajiv ji wants to also respond. I'm going to take both their questions and coming to you.
See, the BJP is so used to make false statement, jumlas, and they are in habit of thinking that we have short-lived memory. आप 15 लाख POK, GST, FDI सारे इनके जोड़ लीजिए। She keeps saying, and all the BJP leaders are keep saying, 27 year लेट हो गया, 27 year लेट हो गया। इसमें से 17 साल तो आप ही के हैं। 17 ईयर, ये मोदी जी के भगवान बनाने में इतने गमसीन है, भूल जाते हैं कि 6 साल अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी भी बीच में थे, उनको भी डिस्क्रेडिट कर देते हैं। सो 17 ईयर देयर, और फिर 50 ईयर 2001 अगेन 25 साल के लिए बीजेपी गवर्नमेंट ने ही किया था। तो इनको लगता है कि हम कुछ भी बोल देते हैं, जैसे 3, 4, 5 शुरू में अच्छे दिन से लेके 15 लाख और 30 रुपए पेट्रोल हो जाते हैं। सीधी सी बात है कि 2023 का जो बिल था सबके सहमति से पास हुआ था। तो आपको प्रॉब्लम क्या है? अगर सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजमेंट देती है तो उसको बदल देते हैं,
Let us-
सबकी सहमति से पार्लियामेंट में पास होता है तो उसको बदल देते हैं। प्रॉब्लम क्या है आपको देश
I'm allowing your question, for both of you have come to the 2023 points. So, Aparajita Sarang, if the government is in such a hurry to implement the women's reservation, perhaps rightly so, why then was there a delay in implementing the notification of 2023? Why is it brought in, as I mentioned earlier, just last night? Let her answer that question first.
See, I'll reply to this. See, amendments should come only when there is a act is live. जो अभी वो नोटिफिकेशन इशू नहीं हुआ तो अमेंडमेंट कहां से आ गया?
Okay.
कांग्रेस के आदरणीय सांसद महोदय को बहुत जोर देकर कहना चाहूंगी कि नीति स्पष्ट है, नियत साफ है और नेतृत्व दृढ़ है। मैं बताना चाहूंगी कि करीबन 60-70 साल ये लोग दिल्ली में थे, दिल्ली सरकार चला रहे थे, केंद्र सरकार चला रहे थे। इन 60-70 सालों में विमेन रिजर्वेशन बिल को पारित क्यों नहीं कराया? एक। दूसरा, मैंने पहले भी कहा, मैं पुनरावृत्ति करती हूं, 2010 में राज्यसभा में आदरणीय सोनिया गांधी जी और अन्य ने मिलकर इसे पारित कराया था, लोकसभा में नहीं हुआ। उन 4 सालों में इन्होंने लोकसभा में इसे पारित क्यों नहीं कराया? एक महिला होने के नाते यह पूछना चाहती हूं। 2010 to 2014 they were in power. Prime Minister Modi took over as the Prime Minister of the country on 26 May 2014. What were they doing before that? And they should not be talking about women's rights. In 1985, Shah Bano case we can never ever forget. Everything was sacrificed at the altar of voting bank calculations when Shah Bano issue was there. So I don't think Congress has any right to actually ask questions. However, we are accountable to 50% population, and that is why I would definitely like to mention here, yes, the notification has come out yesterday. Let me tell you, as I told you, I reiterate, my government is very flexible, and I am very proud to say that wherever along the way we find something has to be done, not being done, we correct our ways. What's the problem? It's course correction. I think you all should be happy about it. And number two, the thing is that there is a government, there is a Prime Minister who wants to translate Vandan Adhiniyam into reality. In September 23, it was passed. I reiterate, after 1 year, there was the Lok Sabha elections. Census and delimitation are not small exercises. They are massive exercises. Lot of manpower is required, very meticulous, and that is why, because of the elections, we could not do. We are doing now. Please support us.
Okay.
23 they are not doing, 24 they have election.
But Pramod ji, also the larger question of Sonia Gandhi now saying that it's a poison of delimitation when the Congress itself was trying to implement it. They're saying, please help us now that we are trying to implement it.
Yes,
क्या जवाब देंगे?
we are doing it.
बड़ा सीधा सवाल है, बहुत ही सीधा सवाल है, बहुत ही सीधा जवाब है। हमने राज्यसभा में पारित करा दिया था जहां हमारा बहुमत हो सकता था, और लोकसभा में नहीं हो पाया क्योंकि ना आपकी नीति दुरुस्त ना नियत दुरुस्त, आपका समर्थन नहीं मिला। और सबको मालूम है कि हमारी दोनों सरकारें दूसरे दलों के समर्थन पे चल रही थी, हमारे पास तो पूर्ण बहुमत भी नहीं था, तो हम कैसे 2/3 बहुमत लाते? अगर लाते तो हमारी वही हालत होती जो आज आपकी होने जा रही है। एक चीज, दूसरी बात क्रेडिबिलिटी की है। वो कल कहा ना ब्लैंक चेक दे देंगे, हाँ ब्लैंक चेक, उस बैंक का नाम भी बता दीजिएगा। वो 15 लाख वाला भी लेके घूम रहा हूं, कोई बैंक ही नहीं मिला मुझे। 2 करोड़ नौकरियों हर साल वाला लेके घूम रहा हूं, आज तक नहीं मिला मुझे। लोगों ने कहा था डबल हो जाएगी इनकम किसानों का, वो बैंक ढूंढ रहा हूं, नहीं मिल रहा। जाने के पहले एड्रेस दे दीजिए, कम से 15 लाख वाला, अगर जरूरत पड़ी तो 15 लाख रुपए जब मुझे मिल जाएगा तो जैसा आप कहेंगे वैसा इस्तेमाल करूंगा उसका, ये मेरा वादा आपसे। तो कुल मिला के हम जहां कर सकते थे, टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक, हम भी प्रेसिडेंट बना सकते थे विदाउट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट। हमने कई राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष अपनी पार्टी का महिला बनाया। हम बना सकते थे प्रेसिडेंट, हमने बनाया, पहली महिला प्रेसिडेंट दी। प्राइम मिनिस्टर हम बना सकते थे, साधारण बहुमत से बनाया इंदिरा गांधी को। और किया क्या वो भी बता दूं, राजीव गांधी ने शुरू किया, नरसिंह राव जी ने पूरा किया 1993 में। आज जिला पंचायत में, प्रधान में, बीडीसी में, मेयर में अगर महिलाएं बैठी हैं ना तो कांग्रेस की बदौलत बैठी हुई है, हमने करके दिखा दिया है। आप तो चाहते नहीं थे, वरना 3 साल डिले के बारे में आपने कुछ नहीं बताया। ये 3 साल का डिले 2023 से 2026 का क्यों? और जब वो एग्जिस्ट कर रहा था तो आप दूसरा क्यों लाए? और जब लाए तो जब 2 इलेक्शन चल रहे हैं, इनफैक्ट 4 इलेक्शन चल रहे हैं, मेरे दोस्त बैठे हैं उनके यहां इलेक्शन चल रहा है, तो इस इलेक्शन के बीच में क्यों लाए? तो जो नीयत वाली बात थी, मैं बता दूं ना, आपकी नीयत दुरुस्त है ना नीयत दुरुस्त है, और आपका गुनाह नहीं, आपकी गलती नहीं, आपसे तो पूछा भी नहीं गया होगा।
और आपसे I'll come to you in just a minute, but प्रमोद जी एक सवाल जरूर है। आप जो कह रहे हैं हमने पूरी कोशिश की, लेकिन सवाल ये भी उठता है कि आपके अलायंस पार्टनर्स ने ही इनका विरोध भी किया है आपकी राज्यसभा में, तो कहीं ना कहीं द क्वेश्चन इज दैट इट वाज नॉट इम्प्लीमेंटेड बिकॉज ऑफ द ऑपोजिशन विद इन योर ओन अलायंस। ये कहने की एटलीस्ट हम इस बार कोशिश कर रहे हैं पूरी तरह और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट के साथ इसको परमानेंटली लाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। क्या जवाब
कभी विरोध नहीं किया हमारे अलायंस ने, सब रिजर्वेशन के पक्ष में थे। ढंग फर्क रहा हो, रूप फर्क रहा हो, पर अलायंस का विरोध किसी अलाई ने नहीं किया है। अब अगर आप स्पेसिफिक पूछो तो मैं स्पेसिफिक जवाब भी दूंगा।